Okay, this is the meeting for our weekly CI PM UX. And let me take a look at the agenda. We only have a few things on the agenda for today. So Nadia won't be joining. Okay, so Vitika, do you want to talk about the first agenda item you have?
Sure. So I had started off with this exercise of creating clusters and doing this affinity mapping exercise with the feedbacks that we have been receiving on the public issue. And I can quickly share of what's happening there. So far, it's not done. Like as we discussed in the previous meeting, I would try to finish this off today, and we can again discuss about this tomorrow. So the four clusters that I've been able to identify so far is, first is the use of colors, like how users are reacting to the colors that we're using. Then what is it that they expect when they hover on the jobs or the pipelines. So what kind of information they expect to surface and what are the disappointments that they're facing there. Then the next one is visualization suggestions. So what I saw in the comments is users have a lot of suggestions of what we can add and what we can take away in the visualization that we're providing. So I've put them all in one group. The next is a feature discovery. So many people suggest that it is not very clear to majority of the users about what Dag visualization is, and it's also difficult for them to find what's happening in that tab which is in the middle of pipelines and jobs. So they want a better discoverability for this, and also a little more information and linking to the document, to the right section in the documentation, so that they could also read up about it if they're confused about what they're seeing under that tab. And I think some other smaller clusters might come up about small little usability tweaks that we can do to the existing design to increase the value that we are providing to the users. And yeah, we can take a look at that in the next upcoming meeting.
Okay, and just to fill in Lori and Dimitri, when Vitika mentions tomorrow, she and I are actually going to get together in an additional meeting just to deep dive into the feedback and to come up with the insights for this DAG visualization feedback. And I noticed the title there, Vitika, of your mapping there, DAG feedback. Just keep in mind, we're talking about purely about the DAG visualization. The DAG itself is a different, that would probably refer to, in people's mind, to the actual authoring of that feature. So we're going to focus, yeah. I've gotten in the habit of just, when I write, I just put DAG V, but I think we all know it means the word visualization is it takes up a lot of space. Yeah, so thanks for all the work you've done on it. It's great. The goal that Vitika and I have on what we want to achieve in this week is identify at least one, possibly two things that we want to target for implementation in 13.3. And we're looking specifically at things that Vitika has time in the next 2 weeks before the end of the current milestone to do a little design work so that that's ready to go. And then anything beyond that, anything that, if we find things that we want to prioritize for work on this feedback, I'm not going to schedule it for all of it. I'll space it out between the future milestones 13.4, 0.5, and 0.6. So, and I do want to balance progress we're making on the DAG visualization with other feature iterations that we're going to do. But this gets us to a good start. By the way, Vitika, I know a lot of this feedback, some of it was internal. Are you happen to be monitoring the public issue for DAG visualization feedback?
I am. So I go
Okay.
and look at those, and what I try to do is I drop a reaction for all of them so that they know that this is being considered.
Okay. Okay. And then it finds its way into this board as a post-it. Okay.
Right.
Okay. What I want to do is as we decide on the insights that find its way, we create the issues for it. On some of these comments, especially the ones that are in the public issue, I think I'll go back into those comments and make a note that this particular feedback is going to be addressed in, and I'll link to the issue just so they know. Yeah.
Sure.
I don't think we need to do that for the internal comments from our team members in the Slack channel, just the ones that are on the public, so that those users, if they want to follow that issue, they'll at least know that one was created. Any questions for Vitika on her progress on mapping the feedback for DAG visualization? Okay. This is a fun one that you got to get started from the beginning as far as collecting the feedback and going through the process of helping me with coming up with the insights and finding its way into issues. All right. The next agenda item I have is just to let everyone know I'm a little behind on planning 13.3 because I don't, this time around, I wanted to do it in collaboration with Vitika, so that it's just not a PM exercise. And one thing that we did this morning that we'll continue doing tomorrow is working through what can feasibly go into the next milestone. And that feasibility has to do with choosing things that Vitika has time to do the preliminary design on in the current milestone. And then there was one issue that we're really excited about, which is the visualization, graphic visualization of a GitLab CI YAML file. It'll especially help a user who is also authoring a YAML file. But we decided that for that one, it'll be a bigger effort for design. So instead of putting it in 13.3, I have made a note to consider it for 13.4, but Vitika will start the design for that next milestone. And so I really like that as I'm planning the milestone, I'm not putting things in there that doesn't give our designer an opportunity to have design time ahead of the implementation. And then a reminder I wanted to give mostly to myself and to Vitika that next week on Thursday, a week from today, on Thursday, July 16th, is the due date for our 13.3 kickoff video. Last time we recorded that with me and Dimitri, so this time it'll be me and Vitika. So in addition to whatever you and I decide are issues that go into the next milestone that require design work, there'll be some other issues that I choose that may not have any design work, that maybe is just purely back-end things that I want to mention in the video, and you and I can have a separate planning session so that you know what those are, and that you agree with me that there's not some design aspect that you need to speak to. So I'll schedule that for us to prep. And then we'll record it on the 16th. We'll probably do that in lieu of our one-on-one at that time, since we, I'll see what works out on our schedule. Okay. I don't see any other topics for today's session. Does anyone else have anything you want to talk about? If not, we can conclude early.
Hal, the only thing that I had was just a thought about any sort of research. I know we'll have our check-in for that, I think, later. But just to keep that on the top of your mind, if you've got any problem validation or anything that you need to start working on.
Okay, thanks. Thanks, Laurie.
So yeah, I think I would add one point. Sorry, Laurie just reminded me about that since we are starting to work on the new epic, which is get up and
Getting
running
up and running
quickly.
quickly.
Yeah. So Jason mentioned that, Laurie, you had already started some research efforts around that. And so probably I'll set up a meeting with you to discuss how far you've, how far you are in those efforts and what the findings that you have come across.
So is this the CI adoption journey? Is that what Jason's talking about?
I think that's what Vitika is referring to.
Okay.
Have you seen that video that Lori shared, Vitika, on the meeting she had with Jason about user adoption journey?
I haven't checked.
Yeah, go ahead, Joe. Sorry.
Go ahead, Lori.
Oh, I was just gonna say that's as far as we've gotten, Vita, is that video. That's it.
I'll check.
So Andre, the ops researcher, is going to partner with me on it, and he's out this week, so I've got to come up and do, I've got to schedule a couple of meetings next week for our additional stakeholders, which would be Tal and Darren and Orit as well. There are 3 main PMs that we're going to be working with in addition to Jason on the project. But if you watch that video, you'll know as much as I do about the project. So yeah, so there's not much yet. We haven't found out anything yet. We have to, Andre and I need to come together and figure out a plan of action for it. It will take several months to do this project, because it's not just going to be one thing that we want to accomplish. It's going to be several different research projects. So
Sure.
we're working on it. If I'm happy to talk with you about it though at any point. If you have any ideas or anything, there's also an issue, which is in one of my closed tabs down here, that I can put in the agenda here as soon as I find it, that you can totally add to as well if you'd like to.
Right. So I think once we finalize on what we are picking up to work on from that epic, I can get in touch with you to share like what are the informations that I would be like digging up on, and what I could borrow from you, and similarly how I can help you in your future plans to carry forward your research.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Anything else, folks? Okay. Thanks, Lori, for adding the research issue there. By the way, does that research issue, do you also link to recorded sessions or?
We're putting all of those in Dovetail.
Oh, okay.
So everything will go there. And I guess I could link to the Dovetail project in that issue. I haven't gotten that far with anything yet, but yes, I'll do that.
Okay.
But yeah, so what'll probably happen is this issue will probably get promoted to an epic, and then we'll have additional research projects in as issues related to that epic, but we're not, like I said, we're not there yet with it.
Oh. So will what's in Dovetail, will that include the video that was shared last week on your discussion with Jason on?
You know, that's a good question. I don't know. I don't see why you couldn't. But we were just putting sessions in there.
Yeah.
So it's hard. It's hard. It's a hard call.
Yeah.
Does it make sense? Like, what do the 3 of you think? Like, should we be putting those kinds of, because it was that video was our conversation with Jason about what he was hoping to get out of the research. It wasn't even our kickoff. We have yet to schedule that for next week.
In that case, I would just include the kickoff, if that was just a preliminary thing.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. I can't remember. Did Jason share that? I'll find it.
I did. I put it in the product channel. I put it in the UX channel.
Oh, it was in the.
Then we all had a good time off after that. So
yes,
like,
I know that was before the 3-day holiday, so I couldn't remember where it was. It's probably why I'm drawing.
Here we go. I found it.
Thanks for adding it. Yeah, as long as it's here and it's just easy for Vitika to access, just so she knows what are the thinkings around that.
Yeah, it should. Yeah, you should be able to
Okay.
Yep.
I was thinking that at some point, Vitika, I can circle back with you. And I don't know if any of this discussion about the user adoption journey will influence it, but circle back with you to kind of refine the jobs to be done for Verify CI. I know in the past, thanks to Dimitri, we have a handbook page for CI's jobs to be done, but we probably need to revisit it and update it. Yeah.
Yeah, it currently consists only out of template data, so it is more there to be edited rather than representing anything at the moment.
Yeah, yeah. Thanks for creating that placeholder for us, Dimitri. Anything else, folks?
Small note to Vitika, for if you want to edit the job to be done page, it is governed by a job to be done data file. That data file provisions that page inside of the like that section of the handbook. So it is governed by like a collective database file, as you will. It's just like a JSON file, I think, or no, it's a YAML file, by the way. So just for your information.
Okay.
Can you add in the agenda, Dimitri, if you can link it to the data file that governs that jobs to be done page, in case that might help Vitika and me when we need to go edit it.
Sure,
I'll probably be the one who creates the MR for any updates we make, and I'm not sure I'm gonna make the connection to go there. Anything else, folks? Thank you. Thank you, Dimitri. Okay. What else? Anything else we want to talk about?
How was your day?
Vitika and I met this morning and we're both not feeling well. So we're happy to include any meeting that we can early.
Oh, well, definitely go take care of yourselves. I'm so sorry.
Yeah. So probably need an aspirin for my headache. Okay. Well, folks, I'll stop the recording. I'll upload it for anyone who